Hello everyone, can you hear me?
Fine.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Great. All right. In the next session, we're going to have UI, UX, and styling by Brooke Melissa. Brooke Melissa is the leader of the UI, UX team here in A2SV, and definitely you're going to get a lot of good informations, knowledge from this session. As you know, like in the hackathon, you are going to produce a product, most probably a software product or any product. It's going to be used by the users. And if it's not visually appealing and if the experience is not easy for them, let's say if it's a web and if it's not easy to navigate, even if you have a very good content, nobody is going to be able to use that. So in order to create a great product and that is easy for the customers to use it and also visually appealing, definitely UI UX is going to be the most important thing. So I'm not going to take much time. Brooke is going to take over and do the session. So after the session, uh, we're going to have small discussion. So we're going to create a breakout room, and you guys will get the chance to work on the things that you have learned in this session. So in the breakout room, there will be dedicated mentors. So if you guys have any question or stumbled upon any problem, they are there to assist you. So feel free to utilize them. So let's not take much more time. Brooke, introduce yourself and you can go to the session. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Nitin, and I'm a product designer here at A2SV. So today we are going to see what the UI UX is, and we are going to have Figma session as well. If you guys have like any questions in the middle of the session, you can thumbs up or you can raise your hand, and then I will come back to the meeting and I will answer your questions. And as well as that, Mike, maybe not the job. Uh, okay, confirm mastery. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kafri. So okay, let's go to the session. Uh, okay. So in this session, we are going to see what the UI UX is and the difference between the UI and UX, and then we will also see the importance of UI UX, and then we will try to cover design process, and we will also see the best practices, and then we will see traits of UI UX designer, and we will also see like the best examples of a product which is developed by the UI UX, and then we will also see the hands-on practice on Figma. Here we go. We're going to look first the UI. Of course, first we have to see the UX first, but that is okay. So, is there anyone in the meeting who knows what the UI is? Maybe just someone. You can, or first of all, just thumbs up if you guys. Okay, thank you, Elvis. Yeah. So, if there like anyone from this hands up people like trying to explain for us? Okay. User interface that user interact with. Yeah. That is actually definitely the correct answer. So let's see what the UI is. So as you see from the pages, so this is the visual interactive elements of the product. So like the UI is generally the interactive or the visual aspect of the UX product or any product. Like the visual part is the UI part. So for example, on those pages, you might see the text, the text box, different buttons, icons, cards, and etc. So those just the things that you look. What we call them is a UI. UI stands for actually a user interface. So as you see on this page, so there are different types of components. Those are just the user interfaces or the UI design in the creation of the visual and interactive elements. So those are just the components that we use in our UI. So on the left side, you might see the onboarding card, and then the middle, you will see like the buttons and the toggles and different UI components. So those are just the figures of what the UI is. And then next up, we will see the goals of a UI design. It is obvious that the goal is just to create which is visually appealing. So the first one is creating an intuitive and friendly interface. So the UI UX is overall just a user dependent product designing. And then we will and the other goal is aesthetically pleasing design and then guiding users through the product. So even if you created like the best user experience design, but the UI matters, because if you actually just designed like a nice looking UI, but like if it doesn't include the ideas of the user, so you might confuse your users. So one of the goals of the UI is guiding users through the product. And then if you understood like what the UI is, we are going to look what the UX is. But before jumping to the UX, so is there anyone who have any questions on the UI perspective or like on the UI part? Okay. Yeah. So guys, by the way, if you have any questions, you can write it on the text box. Okay. Let's see what the UX is. So is there anyone who can participate on the session, like by explaining what the UX is? Okay, I see one thumbs up. Okay, Ram, you can continue.
Okay, thank you. So I think UI UX is UX specifically is the experience of the user while testing your product or your application. How he move between the buttons and how links direct them to other pages, something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. So, okay, as Ryan says, the UX is first of all UX stands for experience. So as the name indicates, it's all about user. So, like whenever you are trying to design some product, the experience is already like predefined. The experience is not something that you create at this point, but just the experience is already defined. So you need to follow those experiences, which are like the part of your users. So like the UX is just focused on the overall experience of the product. That might include like emotions, perceptions, and behaviors of your user. So like overall the UX, like when we are trying to design the UX, so which actually means creating a user flow, creating a wireframes, tasting and iterating. Those are just the part of UX. So those, so that we understood our user and our product at the same time. So this is what the UX is, and how do we evaluate the UX. So in order to find out if the UX is a good UX or a bad UX, we can ask those kind of questions. For example, the first one: is the experience smooth and intuitive, or clunky or confusing? Like for example, when you are developing the UX design. So like after you finalize it, like after you prepare your project, so your users might be confused at the same time. Like for example, it might be on the onboarding pages, or it might be like when they are like on profile setting pages. Like for example, if you are not doing your
Biruk, you are muted.
okay, sorry everyone.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you, Henry. So, okay, let me just restart on the how do we evaluate the UX. So, the point of evaluating the UX is finding if you actually develop the good UX or the bad UX. So, if you actually like designed a bad UX, like your users might confuse at the middle. So you need to ask these kind of questions first, like before like finalizing your product injection. So the first one is the experience smooth and intuitive or clunky or confusing? So if you are confusing your users, then the meaning is you just build a bad UX design. And then the second one is, does the navigating the app feels logical or does it feel arbitrary? So overall, like you need to have a good navigating, or you need to have a good user flow design before just implementing the product by itself. So that is another question that you need to ask. And then the third one is, does the interacting with the app feels efficient or like a struggle? So overall, the UX is like making like your users like simplifying everything, simplifying to register the user, simplifying to use your product. So your users doesn't need to struggle too much. So if they are struggling too much, well, that means it might be like a good UI, like on the user interface perspective, but it might be like a good user experience, a bad user experience. So as I told you, the UX is a predefined part of your product. So you need to know, or you need to understand the predefined user experience. So that is how do we evaluate the UX. And then here we go. There is this is like a simple diagram that we can understand by just looking at the diagram, the difference between the UX and the UI. So I would like to, is there anyone who can participate on this one as well? Like the difference between the UX and the UI by just looking at the diagram. Just anyone, please. It's just a simple explanation. Like, what do you see on the left part and what do you see on the right part?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, so I
Okay.
think right, is more about the design, while UX is more about the technicality or something.
Okay. Alex, are you the one explaining, right?
No, it's on me, Will Smith.
Okay, Will Smith. Yeah. Oh, good to meet you, Will Smith. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you see on the UX versus UI? Okay, continue.
Yeah, so I said the UI is I think it's more about the design, like what you the design, the colors and everything about how your interface is. While the UX is more about the technicality, how the experience of the user, how they think, like how if they are able to navigate well, to
Yeah.
navigate yours. So yeah, so that's it for me.
Oh, nice one. Thank you, Will Smith. Uh, I guess Will Smith just explained it well. So, is there anyone who can add some explanations on Will Smith? Okay. Thank you, Will Smith. As Will Smith explained, like the UX, the on the left part, as you see, like there is no much of user intuitive kind or just intuitive visual intuitive design, but overall, like the goal is created. Like, what do I really need to implement, or what do actually like the predefined experience. So you might actually see on the UX design a wireframe and a prototype. Wireframe is just a simplified or a lo-fi version of your product. So you might see like a wireframe, different wireframes and information architecture. Like where does the like overall it is the UX is all about like the functionality of your product or just the functionality of this brain in this diagram that we see. Like on the UI part, you might see like different visual designs, different colors, different like graphic designs, layouts, and typographies, and etc. So on the left part, uh, like for example, if you just look at the right part first, like before looking at the left part, you might see it is actually brain. It doesn't look a brain, but on the UX part, you will definitely know that it's a brain it's a brain sketch. So that is actually just a simple like simple difference between UX and UI. So there is also another explanation of the importance or the difference between UI and UX. This is actually very like attractive diagram. So you can see on the left bottom that the user is he's really confused and he is really angry. But on the right one, you might see him as he's happy, like he definitely wants to enjoy his meal. So guys, how about this? Can you explain about this one? Like, if there is something that you understood on the difference between the UI and UX on this diagram? Just somebody, please. We actually have like 60 attendees, so definitely there is someone who can explain this for us. Okay, come on. Okay, let me just continue. So, okay, I think someone's trying to talk.
Okay, according to me, on my understanding, the UI mostly it is about the user interface and how the user interact with it. And the UX now is that now the users finish interacting with let's say the website or the interface. Now it is the experience of it, how he has experience of it. If he has experienced it badly, now he will have a way of thinking maybe to avoid it and look for an alternative. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, thank you, Alex. By the way, so have you ever used this kind of ketchup bottle on the left part?
Pardon? Pardon?
Have you ever used this kind of ketchup bottle, maybe like on the left part or on the right?
I'll use the one on the left part.
Okay, have you like you had some experience, right?
Yes, 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 I do.
So, what was your experience on the ketchup bottle? Like, let me just remind you maybe. So, I remember I guess right now. Right now the ketchup bottle design is changed to the right kind of bottle. The previous one, the right one, like whenever the amount of a ketchup is just like at the middle, uh, always there is this kind of issue, like you need to put it like always like this, so it will create like a bad experience, right, Alex? Maybe you are hearing
Yes,
this.
yes, sure. It will create a bad experience.
Yeah. But what do you see on the right one? Like, what do you expect, like the modified experience of the right bottle?
Okay. You are talking about the UI or the UX?
Mm, Actually, like depending the UI, both of them are like good to me. But the left one is really known. It is like a simple bottle and minimalistic and beautiful. I guess the UI is like the winner on the UI perspective is, I guess, the left one. But the right one, so let's talk on the UX one. The UX, not the UI, but the UX.
The UX, I think the user experience is a positive look. As you can see, the person using the cup here is happy
Mhm.
about the experience. Yes. Comparing to the left, whereby you can see the user is a little bit frustrated about the yes
Mhm.
the experience. Yeah.
So it definitely have like a better experience, right? So as Alex
Yes.
said,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So I guess the point or the all point right in here in this on the left product is the ketchup is always at the bottom. So like whenever we opened it, uh, like we can find the ketchup. So definitely we will enjoy our meal like faster than the left one. So this is actually like the meaning of UX. Like the goal is satisfying our user. Like for example, on this bottle, like even if the UI is good, but like what matters is a UX, like definitely better than like above the UI, more than UI. So we need to consider user satisfaction, and we need to consider competitive advantage. It's obvious because like the experience of the second bottle is better than the first one. So definitely the competitive advantage will be to the right one. So, and at the same time, we will increase our users' engagement, and we will also improve brand perceptions, and we will definitely reduce development costs. Like for like whenever you are trying to like whenever you are designing some product by including the user experience, uh, definitely we will reduce some development costs. That is, I guess, the what the UI and UX is. So right now we will uh, go to the design processes. So is there anyone who have like who have any questions on the meaning of UI UXs? That is the time for you guys to ask. Okay, I see. I see. So the next topic is a design process. So after we understood what the UI and UX is, we need to understand, okay, so now I know what the UI is and what the UX is, but how am I supposed to implement that? So first, this design process, it talks about the life cycle of your product. The life cycle of your product starts by understanding the problem of the user, and then finally our goal is to satisfy our user by solving the problem of that user. So in the middle, we will see like different. We might need to include the research, ideate, design, prototype, and test as well. But as you see, like the arrow, the curved arrow, in a UI UX, everything is iterative. So like there is no such thing as I definitely finalized this product and it doesn't need any updates. Like look at Google or any other like well-known products. Always there is iteration. Like whenever there is like even when there is a time change, you need to iterate your design as well. So that is actually just the meaning of a design process. So let's see them one by one. So the first one is understanding phase. So like the whole concept of this understand is just understanding the problem of a user, and then identifying the goal of the business, and like ideating or understanding what's like totally it's all about understanding the problem of a user and a business goal. So that's it. And on the research part, so after you understand the problem of a user, so you will see like different phases, so that you understood your users perfectly. So in order to do that, you might need to have a one-on-one interviews, a competitive analysis, surveys, and you might even need to create some personas. So we will see them by one as well. So the first one, user interview. So the whole idea of a user interview is it's just that you need to understand the problem of your user, so that you can implement, or so that you can give like a better solution for your users. So for example, if you are trying to design a ride sharing app, you might need to ask your user like how do you typically choose between riders and its competitors? Like, can you walk me through the process of requesting a ride using this kind of app? So by this kind of interview, you will see the real problem of your users, so that you can implement a better solution. So the next one is competitor analysis. So the meaning of competitor analysis is like whenever you are trying to design some product, it is obvious that there is like, it might be like, it doesn't have to be 100% similar, but definitely there might be some products available out there which have like similarities with your product. For example, if you are designing a ride-sharing app, definitely you need to see what the Uber like advantage and disadvantage, the Lyft and the normal taxi that everyone uses. So that is actually just the meaning of competitor analysis. So in competitive analysis, you need to understand the advantage and disadvantage of the current products built like before your product the build. So the next one is on the research phase. Creating persona is one of the biggest issue, like every designer loses, but creating persona is a bit like good one. Like for example, if you are trying to design some product, like every designers what they like the issue will be most of them, they create the product for themselves, but they are not the one who's going to use that product overall. So this such kind of persona, it actually makes you that it will create you empathy for production of your product. So definitely creating persona is really useful in researching. So the third phase will be ideation. So you understood the problem of your user, and then you research it well, so that you understood the problem of the user, and what is like the solution out there first. So, and then the third level will be ideation. So in the ideation part, there is sketching, there is inspiration, there is wireframe, and then paper prototyping. So overall, the ideation is implementing the right solution for your product just by ideation. You don't need actually to implement that solution, but on this phase, you just need to ideate the solution. So let's see sketching. So after you understand the solution, the solution of the problem that the users are facing, you just need to sketch some pages. Like if this one solves for the users, that is like there will be a lot of iterations in this phase, so you don't need to design using Figma or such kind of tools, because it actually costs us a lot of time and manpower as well. So that is the use of sketching. Also there is so as you see right here, so the left one was just the sketch. This is actually, it's just similar like Instagram. So it's just, you just need to sketch, and then you will implement it after that. So this is actually just the purpose of sketching, but as you see, this is just a final product of your like the solution that you prepared. And then there's a wireframe. So wireframe is total. It's just a low fidelity version of your product. So in this wireframe, you don't actually need to add like a visual intuitive, like it might be like a color, it might be like image or anything. You just need to add like a bunch of boxes, a bunch of like circles or rectangle and text, and then the connecting lines, so that you have a better time like to finalize your product. So the next phase will be like after the ideation part. So you actually understood the solution of the problem that the users facing, and then you will go to the design process. So on the design process, there is a branding, visual UI design, and then there is also prototyping as well. So we will see them one by one. So overall branding is, for example, if you are trying to design some product for the present companies. For example, if we are trying to design some website for Google company, the branding is already set. Already set. You don't actually need to create a new brand. So it's just branding is like a style guide of already prepared. Maybe it might be like colors, it might be fonts, it might be like icon types and other components even as well. So that is just the idea of branding. And when we go to the visual UI design, so for example, on the right one, as you see, it is like a contest rating contest app, I guess. So, okay, is there anyone who have some questions? I thought I heard someone's voice. Okay, so as you see on the right one, you actually see like a contest up. So that like at this point you might need to create some a better visual design, because like whenever you are trying to design like a contesting app, it should look like a contest app. It actually you need to show your users some excitement and kind of stuff. That is actually just the visual UI design. And then there is a prototyping phase. So on the prototyping phase, like as you see the lines right here, so those actually are the prototyping parts. So what it actually means is whenever you are trying to hit the home button, it will redirect you to the home button. So we will try to see that on Figma later. And this is actually just so overall prototype is like turning static wireframes into like interactive prototype. You can even add some mockups on it, so that the design that you designed, it actually looks like it is really developed. So that is actually the meaning of a prototype. So you can actually see right here, this actually seems like it is already developed, but it's definitely it doesn't. It's just a design, but every buttons is like prototyped, so that it actually looks like already it is developed. So and the other thing that we need to see is a key traits and skills that can be helpful for UX designers. So like previously, we actually tried to see the design processes. So is there anyone who have any questions on design process phase, or on a design process title? Okay, so in that case, we can go to the key traits and the skills that can be helpful. So the first one is creativity. Creativity is like one talent that the UI UX needs from the designer by himself. Like even if you have like a good developing skill, if you don't have like some creativity, you might even like design a good user experience product, but at the same time you need to be somehow creative, and at the same time you need to have attention to smallest details. For example, if you don't have consistency on your icon design, it actually means uh, a bad side on attention to details. So there, and the other one is empathy. So UI UX is all about understanding. So definitely you need to have and other one is collaboration, adaptability, and definitely technical skill is one of the things that is helpful, so that you can be best UI UX designer. And okay, the last one is a Figma practices. So on this session, we will see the components, variants, styles, constraints, auto layouts, and plugins. And so, you guys, by the way, if you have any questions up to now, you can raise your hands, and you can ask before going to the Figma practice session. Okay. In that case, guys, I will give you how much? Okay, 5 minutes, so that you can set up your Figma. So you just need to go to figma.com, if you guys don't have a Figma setup before. So we will see that tool. Like the next session will be understanding the Figma. So try to set up your Figma. Okay, let me just so I guess you can see my screen. Let's just go to the figma.com and then just set up your accounts. I already have actually an account, so I don't need to create one. So I will give you 5 minutes. Yeah. If you have, by the way, any questions, you can raise now. I guess most of you guys are trying to set up your Figma. So
Hello, I have a question.
okay, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I didn't get the last part. My phone was like, what are you supposed to do?
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay.
My phone was, what are we supposed to do?
Figma.new, like, is it like the one updated Figma, or what is Figma.new? Um, your shortcut to create a new Figma file. Is it like you have already like did you already prepared or did you already prepared set up the Figma first, or okay, okay, the shortcut. Oh, I see. The shortcut to a new design file. I'm not sure, but most of the time I actually use a desktop version of Figma. So whenever I want to create something, there is a plus button on the upper panel. So I just click a plus one, and it will definitely like redirect me to the new file. Yeah. Okay. Guys, you have 1 minute so that you set up your Figma first. Okay, Takuzor, you can continue. guess you raised your hand, right?
Sorry.
Okay, nice. It's okay. Okay. Okay, now we will see just what the Figma is, and overall we will understand how to use Figma. Before that, how many of you guys know or have you ever experienced on Figma? Like, just thumbs up if you have some experiences before. Okay, I see. Okay, I see some of you guys. Oh, so most of you guys don't have some experiences on the Figma. Okay, okay. So, guys, welcome to the Figma tool. This is just a Figma tool. What a Figma tool looks like. First of all, like if you don't have like this is if this is the first time for you like to create a Figma, you might see different kind of view for you. There might be like no files added right here, and overall it actually have the same look. So so this is what the Figma looks like, and on the left top version, there is a create new tab. So and on this one, there is a design file, FigJam, and slide deck as well. So the slide deck is just to create some pitch decks or slides for a presentation, and the FigJam is a mood board creating tool that is just a part of a Figma, but what we actually need is a design file like this one. So this actually like redirects you to start designing a new product. So, but I already created some workshop on a Figma. So we will see that. We will see that now, and let's go to the introduction of a Figma. Maybe I will share it. I will share this one for you so that you can even take a look at that with me. I just pasted it. Yeah. I just pasted the Figma file. You can go to there. All of you have view access, but you can actually like duplicate that so that you can have edit access as well. Yeah, and so we will see what the Figma is. By the way, if you just pressed C, you can even comment on it so that I can answer it for you. So what is Figma? That is the first thing that we will going to understand what Figma is. So Figma is just a tool. So it's just a tool that we can actually design our product. It is actually like there are similar tools like Figma, like Adobe XD, Sketch, and even other tools as well. But the Figma is one of the best tool that the designers use, because it have like different better features than the other tools. So on the key features, one of the best advantage that the Figma have, like from other tools, is on its features. Like it actually have a collaboration design. For example, as you see, like even on my screen, I actually like Ebenezer, Metro, and even other like 22 peoples like at the same time. That is one of like the best thing that the Figma did for us, for the designers. And we will also take a look at the Figma tools. So if you take a look right here, there is a shape tool. So if you just click this one, you will see like the rectangle, the line, the arrow, the ellipse, polygon, and star. So if you just want to design a rectangle, you just pressed this one, or on your keyboard, you can actually just click R, and you just need just design a rectangle. I can just reduce the height or increase the width, and this is it. This is just a simple rectangle. We don't need that, so I'm gonna delete that. And then we can also see a line. So the line, you just pressed it, just like this. You can update the color. You can increase the stroke level of your line. This is just what the lines and how to design the line. And then on the shape tool, the left thing is the ellipse. Like the arrow is almost similar like a line, but it actually have like arrow kind of stuff, like icon on the like the arrow shape on the upper part. And also there is ellipse. And if you want to if you want to just design like a circle, you can press letter O on your keyboard, and then you actually have like you can design this circle. You can draw this circle. And by the way, if you actually, like, for example, if I pressed O, like cursor at the first, it actually looks just like this, but after I pressed O, it will be turned to this one. So I can actually like if I pressed shift, like as you see right here, the width and the height is fixed. That is because when I design that ellipse shape, it actually like make it like similar. Like,
Can you share your window?
Okay. What was that? Sorry. Can somebody like repeat what you just said? Okay. Can you guys see my screen, right? The video is visible, and yes. Okay. Okay. In that case, we can continue to the Figma part, and then we want to design a perfect. If you want to design like a perfect circle, you just press a Shift button on your keyboard, and then you can design like a perfect circular shape. And then if we just go to the polygon, if I press this one and I press Shift so that I can have like a perfect triangle. Yeah.
Please share your screen.
Okay. Can we see your screen, or I already actually like present my screen? I'm presenting my screen. So
He said, can you share the screens? But you are already shared the screen. I think the networks.
I think, yeah, the network is the issue. So you can, or you can actually go to the Figma file that I already sent on the chat box, so that you don't even need to be on the you don't even have to look at the video. So if you actually see this triangle, you might see right here the count of the edges. So if you want to add, like for example 5, like the edge will be like a pentagon, and then if you want to make it 6, you can see your hexagon. And this is just a way of designing this polygon tool. And then there is a star, for example. If you want to design like a gear or anything, for example, if I want to design a gear, for example, this actually shows the count of the edges of this star. For example, if I want to make it 10, it actually looks like a star, like a sun. So this actually is the radius of every edges. So if I drag this one right here, just like this, so this actually just reduces, or this actually increase the radius of the corner, and then this is just the radius of the internal part. You can increase it or decrease it. So this is actually just the count. If you just make it up, it will increase, or if you just drag it to the down, it will decrease. So the like 5 star, like 5 edge is the minimum one. And then what the left one is, I guess you can actually place image. If you just press this one, it will redirect you to your files, so that you can add different videos or photos. Okay, so this is actually just the shape tool, and we also will will see the pen tool. So the pen tool is so if you want to create some icons, you can use this pen tool. Or if you want to sketch some different kind of designs, you can also use just this pen tool. So the pen tool is actually similar like a line, but this actually have like a much better advantage of advantage than the pen tool. So after I design, for example, this kind of triangle shape, there is a rounding button right here, and after I click that, I can increase this one, or just like this. This is actually what the pen tool can do for you. Okay, so this is what the pen tool is, and there's also a move tool. Move tool is, you can find it right here, move tool. So there are 2 types of move tools. So the first one is just move one. So this is actually like the normal one. So as you see the cursor, it is actually what the move tool is. Like if you pressed the middle button of your mice, you can just drag it like this. This is just the move tool. So you can select anything and you can move it like wherever you want to move. So the second one is scale tool. So this scale tool, like if you pressed scale tool, you will see like the cursor shape, it changed. So you can drag it down and you can drag it up. This is just the move tools, and there is also a frame tool. So the frame tool is this one right here, frame tool. So if you just press this one, like on your left part, on the right part, sorry, you will see like different predefined or pre-designed frames. For example, if you want to design some things, some product which is suitable for iPhone 14 or 50, you can see just right here. You can see like iPhone 40 or 50, or even you can even design for iPhone 8, or you can actually use like Androids and others as well, even for the tablets and desktops, right? You can find right here. And if you are trying to design some product for your TV, for the TV version, there is already scale, defined scale. There is also a presentation for watch and paper. Even you can design for a paper as well. It is actually, it's more like this, the frame tool. And there's also a section and a slice. So like the section is just similar like a frame, but it will create you some container for your designs. It's just like a container, and that is a frame tool. And there is a text tool. So the text tool is, you can find it right here, text tool. If you just press this one, or the shortcut is just pressing T on your laptop. If you just click the text tool, and then you can just create this one. Like just press wherever you want to, like write, and then you can just say Figma. So that is the way that I can write. So this is just the text tool. So on the like whenever you are trying to write something, so these text options will pop up for you. And the first one is the font type. So there are like a lot of fonts. Even you can install different fonts using most of the time I use Google font, so that I can download like many fonts or any fonts as I want. So this is just the font one, and this is the intensity of your font. Like you can make it thin, or you can make it like extra bold, just like this. And this is that. And then you can like increase the height, or like the size of your font, just like this. And then there is a height, like the line height of your text, and the spacing between the letters, and at the same time space between the paragraph. For example, if you are trying to write like different paragraphs, but if you want some space between them, you can increase just right here, and then you can make it like left align, middle, and right align. So you can fix the alignment. And then actually that is much of text, but you can actually even there is like a advanced settings right here. You can resize the alignment, the decoration. Like you can even make like underlines and stuff like that. So that is what text tool look like. And there is a hand tool. The hand tool is this one. If you just click that, the cursor will look like a hand. So like if you pressed the right click, you can drag every canva of your like you can drag every canva, like every design at the same time. This is the use of hand tool. And there is also like a comment tool right here. So if you just press that, you can like you can comment, like for example, if I just click this, I can write something. If, for example, Figma is okay. Figma is a designing tool, and I will click that, so that like I can see. I guess all of you can see the document that just I wrote right here. That is just the use of this comment tool, and we can also see the Figma layer. So let me just press V, so that I can see like this part. And so this is the layers part. So on this layer, you will see different shapes. Do you like already you like the design shapes and everything. So all of them are located on the layers part. There is also a group part. There is also auto layout part. The group is, for example, if I let me just draw a rectangle right here, and then also let me just draw a triangle. Okay, so I will click Shift button on my keyboard, and then I will click this one, and then I can group them together. So like whenever I like the right here, you can see that it is already grouped. So like if you press this one, you can see the polygon and the rectangle. They are grouped on the they are grouped together. So that is the group and auto layouts. So auto layout is, for example, let me just design some rectangle. I can just press R on my keyboard, and then I can just draw a rectangle. So let me just give it some color, and let me just duplicate. Duplicate is Control plus D on your keyboard. It's just duplicated, but it is right here, right there. Let me just update that color. Let's make it green. So auto layout is, for example, if I pressed, okay, let me just get rid of this one, and if I make them auto layout is just, or let me just show you not the shortcut part. So the right click, and you will see like add auto layout right here, or you can actually press Control plus A, and then you can actually see different constraints of this auto layout. You can increase the padding between the items. You can increase even the vertical padding and the space between. For example, if I make it 10, the space between them will be like reduced just like this. This is just the constraints of this auto layout. So this is the meaning of the auto layout is. And visibility and locking, for example, if I want to lock this frame tree, just right here, you can see the visibility. I can just turn it off or turn it on, or I can lock it. So like if I just lock it, I cannot drag it. Like it is already locked. So I need to do that in order to like change the place. So this is the visibilities and other stuffs and fillings and strokes. The fill and the stroke is, for example, let me just draw some circle, some rectangle, and then let me the fill is this one. This is the fill. So I can change the color of the fill, just like this one, and then I can also even add some strokes on it. So a stroke is just the borderline on your design. Like if I press this one, and let me just change the color just like this, and I can even increase the height of the stroke, for example, 4, just like this. And if you see this, it is actually, there is a fill and there is a stroke as well. And there is also effect panel. So on the effect panel, what if I change the color of this one to white so that we can see the effect much better? So I will press this one, and I will press the effects, and there is different options. There is the inner shadow. Inner shadow is most of the time you can actually use that for button design. For example, let me just increase the Y version. Let me just make it 20. Like as you see right here, it actually makes it like it actually gives it a 3D effect. So that is the inner shadow is supposed to mean, and a drop shadow is just like this. It will add some shadow so that this actually looks like it is it actually gives it a 3D effect. There is a drop shadow. You can actually blur this one, the rectangle. So for example, if I make it 400, you can actually use this one for your backgrounds and other stuff like that. For example, if I duplicate this one and let me just drag it right here, and I can change the color to this kind of, yeah, just like this. So I just created like a perfect gradient, so that you can actually use it for as your background. So that is the fill, the effects. And constraints is just like, for example, if I just draw this rectangle, you can actually see like, for example, let me just make it inside the frame. I just created a frame. So like this one is inside of, so let me just change the frame. Let me just change this one to much darker one. So if I press this one, I can see like different alignments right here, and also I can see like the left, like how many the export like from this part to the location of the rectangle, and then also there is a y, there is a width of your design and the height, and you can even give it like a radius. Let me just give it, for example, 24. If I give 24 corner radius size, it turns out to be just like this, and that is just the constraint parts. And like on this part, you can see that, for example, when I increase when I decrease this frame, like where do you want this object to be located? That is actually what the constraints answer for us, like on the left part and then on the top. So if I just enlarge this one, it doesn't actually like change the place. This one, it doesn't change the place. For example, let me just change this one, and then let me just click this one, and if I just pressed this one, it doesn't actually change the position. But if I pressed from this one, it will change position. So that is what the constraints answer for us. And there is also a layout grid. So a layout grid is, if you want to have a layout grid, let me just click F so that I can see those predefined frames. Let me just press iPhone 40 frame. So after I clicked the frame, you will see a layout grid. So the layout grid is it's more like having a consistent padding on your all frame. That is the idea. You can even see like different settings right here, like the left padding. You can also add the rows, and you can give that like the right padding, and you can actually just you can see those ones using other courses, because we have like a limited time for now. So that is just where the grids located. And then there is a canvas. So on this the canvas is just where that you design. So the white part that you see on my screen is what we call canvas. So on the canvas, like if you press Control and plus, you can zoom it, or if you press Control plus minus, you can unzoom that. And there is a pan tool as well. Like if you pressed a pan tool is like just like this, just like a hand tool. You can just drag your screen wherever you want. And the zoom guidelines, the guidelines are those, like if they are not enabled, you can actually just hit this one, and then there is the ruler. So if you make sure that if you turn it the ruler on, so that you can see this guide lines, so like you can drag them wherever you want, so that you can have, they will like guide you on your design. And then after you finish it, you can press delete, or you can just drag it to the place where it was pinned the first time, just like this. This is it. And on the components, so the components, so the whole, just the idea of components is, for example, I already like designed some components for you. If you just go to the components page, you can see different buttons and different designed like text section boxes, a drawing like dialogue section. You can actually see like every detail of them. So those are what we actually call them like components. Components are like when we were trying to see the branding, we were like saying we were mentioning some components. So components are like one of brand identity. So you will like create components just before the starting to design like all of your project. So for example, if you want to design the drop down one just like this, let me just go to the introduction to Figma, and then let me just write a text right here. Okay, let me just design a button. So I can shift and out, let me just click this one and shift and auto layout. That will give you like this auto layout features. And I can like the left part, the left end, like the horizontal padding, let's just give it to 16, and 10 is good enough for me. And then let me just rename this one as a button, and then let me just give it some fill to some kind of lighter, or I can make it this one a darker, and then the internal text I can give the fill to white, and then this let me just give some rounding so that it actually feels like a button. So I guess the left and the right padding is a bit small. Let me just make it to 32 maybe. Yeah, I think this is button. So there is a component section right here. Like after you just click this one, you can see a component right here. You can, after you press that, this one is already a component for you. So after you make it a component, you can actually make it as a variant. After you press that, you can see like different version of your one button. For example, I can change this color to maybe, let me just get rid of this color and let me just add some stroke, and then the internal color might be like, let me just press this indicator and let me just take this one. So this color will be my secondary button. So like let me just copy this one, and then if I press paste, okay, it just pastes inside. Let me just press undo. Or in order to duplicate, you can actually hit Alt and you can drag this one, so it can actually like duplicate that for you. So this is going to be your master component, and this is this is going to be a part of your master component. Like if I want to change the master color to red, for example, just like this, so you can see that this color is also updated. So that is actually just the meaning of the components and the variants. And we can also see some plugins. So plugins are one of useful tools that designers definitely should use. For example, there is content reel, the plugin that are located is right here. Like if you press this one, and you can go to the at the middle one, there is a plugin section. So as you see, I use different plugins. So those are like what I usually use. So like right here, there is a content reel, there is Unsplash. Like if you want to have different high quality photos, you can use Unsplash plugin, and there is Iconify in order to find different icons. And Stark is like when you are trying to prepare some colors, you can actually check the contrasts of them by Stark plugin. And Figmotion is if you want to create some animations. So the design system is all about like preparing like a better documented the design. Like for example, right here you can see that there is a style guide, there is a component set, there is icon set, there is low fidelity, high fidelity, and archived pages as well. So like inside that you can use like different buttons and like colors, icons, and etc. So like creating a design system, it will keep you organized like in every time. You can even actually like share your design system, like the whole design system. So if you there is okay, so okay, if you just see this one, it actually says a library inside the asset. So like after you created your components, you can even like share your designs on the library, so that like other teams can have that as well. And then there is a prototyping section as well. So prototyping is this section. So there is the interaction part, there is a scroll part, and like advanced prototype settings. So let me just so on the device list, you can use different mockups, just like this iPhone 15 mockup, and even Android mockups for your design. And like this is actually what the prototype looks like, and it will have like different interactions, and there is transition animation. Even you can create different animations on your prototyping, and you can even preview like and share your prototypes as well. So this is just the ideas of the Figma and how to create things on the Figma. So guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me before like the next phase will be going to the practice session. So if you have any questions, you can ask me about any on Figma. Okay. I'm sorry, but if I didn't pronounce your name well.
Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you maybe repeat how we do the effect? I didn't catch up that way.
Okay, the effect. Okay. So okay, first let me just draw some rectangle, just right here, and then I just can drag it like just like this, and let me just add let me just change the fill color to blue. Most of the time I actually like blue, so okay. So let me just click this rectangle, and you will see like the effect part is right here, the effect section. Let me just click that, just like this, and it will give me like different options right here. And then after I press that, I can have inner shadow, drop shadow, layer blur, and background blur. So let me just take a look at the inner shadow. So let me just zoom that for you so that you can see that well. let me just click this one, like advanced options of this inner shadow effect. Like, let me just give 10 to the X section and 20 to the Y section. And then I can even change the color to a bit, just like, okay, what if we make it actually white? Just like this. And you can even give like a spread, just like this. And this is just the inner shadow looks like. And this one is a drop shadow. A drop shadow is it's just if you want to make your component, it looks like if you want to give it a 3D effect, you can use a drop shadow. And you will press this one, and let me just change the color to maybe black, just like this. You can see that there is already a drop shadow on this one. And then there is also a layer blur. So the layer blur is, most of the time I use this feature so so that I can have different background gradients. For example, if I press this one and let me just make it 400. Okay, let me just zoom it out. Just like this. Like, I can press this, I can duplicate this one, like Control+D on your keyboard, and then I can have the similar other one. Let me just change this color to this one, and then I can have like such kind of effect. And then let me just go back, Control Z on my PC. Okay, this is it. And then let's just see the background blur. For example, let me just draw another maybe circle behind it. Let me just give it a color of this one, and then let me just bring it back. Bring back, and then let me just reduce the opacity of this fill, maybe by 50%. And then the bug, so I already selected this background blur, and let me just increase it so that you can feel a detail. Let me just make it 50 maybe. Just like this. It actually seems like it actually gives it the background like glass effect. This is actually just the options of the effects. So is there like, does your question answered?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you as well. Maybe if you have any questions as well, like we will going to have breakout rooms, and you can also ask your leads right there. So in that case, let me just give you some task. You will have like a guidance. Let me just go to this one. So the task is this one: tracing those components as much as you can. Try to trace those components. So this is just an image that I found it on the Google, but so that you can participate on it. So let me just share this one for you. Copy link, and then let me just paste that on the text box. I already pasted that. So guys, go to that Figma page and start to work on it. So I guess someone raised their hand. So Alamayo, you can continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you for this chance. Why we want to use the wireframe? Why don't we build the UI directly?
So wireframes. So most of the time, I actually use the sketch one more than the wireframe. But if you want to collaborate with your like different members of your like different members of your team, you might need to implement the wireframe. Like before implementing the high fidelity design, like doing the lo-fi part, it will like first of all you will understand the flow of your product before implementing to the high fidelity one. And the second advantage is it will like reduce like a lot of hassles of your like what should be the next of what should be like where should I put the icon first. Like if you want to just design the hi-fi, like there is like a lot of backend forces in a UI UX design. So like building a high fidelity design before designing wireframe, it will cost you some time and some even energies as well. And I really appreciate using a high like a wireframe and low fidelity design before implementing the high fidelity design. Is your answer okay? Okay, thank you, Alamai. Okay, I think someone also raised their hand. Okay, Henry.
Okay, thank you so much. All of things that you share with us now is very useful. But I want to know is it possible to share with us a link of a training on Figma only?
Okay, did you just say share us your link or?
Yes, a link of a training.
The Figma link?
Yes. No, not Figma link. Information on Figma.
Okay. So you want me? Okay, can we please have the link for the first set of slides? Oh, I actually already shared on the box. Let me just share that one again. Sorry, what? Okay. Okay. So they're actually sending this one on the group as well. Let me just copy that one. And so we will share this one on the group on your each breakout rooms. And yeah, this is the previous one. And the above, and I already sent the task as well, and we will share that on the breakout rooms. So guys, there is a breakout room session, and you will join that, and you can practice more. So hit the join part, and then you will also start practicing. Just have 30 minutes left, so just try to design as much as you can.
Okay.
And one more question. Is there a way, I don't know how to open the link directly in my Figma application, desktop application, because I don't feel it's comfortable working on the navigator in the web browser. Is there a way to
Okay.
open it directly in the desktop application?
Um, hmm. Like it will actually redirect you to the desktop, right? Like if you
Yes,
actually
maybe because
if you hit the link that I sent on the chat box, it will redirect you on the web one, and then after that you will also have like an option to go to your desktop version on the web version. Like you will see that option on your web app.
oops. Would you resend the link, please? I can't see it here.
Just join your breakout
My
room.
breakout room.
Yeah,
I've
join
already.
your breakout room, and then the team will also send it just right there.
All right, so let me wait for it there now.
Okay, just like you are actually looking the breakout room option, right? You are like invited on
I've
some like
already
maybe.
I've already joined. I've already joined my breakout room.
Oh, this actually is just this is not a breakout room. Just on the upper side, you will see like a breakout room 4 or breakout room 2 maybe, and just hit the join button.
Already done. Thank you so much. I've seen the link.
Okay. In this group, share and then copy and then paste. Let me just write some information. Let me just press this one. Please try to duplicate this one to your own drafts so that you can have edit access. Let me just make it red. Okay. 36. So, hey team, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Esther. And how about Ebenezer, Davis, Khalil?
Yes, we can. Yes, I can.
Okay. So, have you started to design the components? First, I guess you need to go to you need to duplicate that one, like duplicate, like on the middle, like on the middle top version. There is like in the A2SV workshop title, there is some drop down, and then select that one, and there is some option which called duplicate. Just press that one, hit that one, and then it will save. It will save it to the drafts. Okay. Is there anyone who can share their screen and let's just work on it together? Mm, is there anyone? Maybe Esther, can you just maybe just share us your, or you can actually just send us the Figma link that you are currently working on, and then we can just work this designing these components together.
Okay, just a minute. It was loading.
Yeah, it's actually okay. Maybe just some of you. If there is someone who started to implement it on Figma, you can share us. Okay, so thank you so much, and I am joining on that link. Oh, okay. I asked request access. I send the edit access. Um, okay. Okay. I cannot edit by the way. So So, who have edit access on this one? Khalil, Karen, can you hear me? Hey, Khalil.
The one you shared the link we have access.
Okay, let me try that. Maybe I need to have your emails so that you can have edit access, or maybe just okay. Let me just to duplicate that one, and okay, I just got. Okay, I'm already working on it. It actually requires premium access. Okay. So guys, I pasted some Figma file. Check that one, and if you have edit access, like thumbs up.
Yes, we gained an edit and the view access.
So you can have edit access, right? On the page that you think? Okay, good one. So I guess all of you, please try to go to this page, the one that I posted on the chat box, and then we can work on it together.
Please, can you resend the link? I just arrived.
Okay. Okay. Let me just paste it again. Okay. Here we go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So let me just try to design this one, which says write new card and your entire product design workflow connected. This one, can you see the card, right? By the way, you can follow me, like on the top left, you can see that different peoples. So you can follow me even as well. So can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So okay, I guess somebody's trying to design this rating card. Okay, in that case, let me just try to design this one, the bottom one. So for that one, what I'm going to do is I'm just press A on my keyboard, and then first let me just try to look the overall frame of this design, and then after I finish that, let me just drag this one just right here. So let me just give it a fill color, and the fill color is going to be, let me just press this one, and there is like color selecting tool, and let me click this one so that I can have this fill color. And then as you see, it actually have like a border radius right here. So I can give it just right here a corner radius. Let me just, it actually looks like it is 24. I'm not sure. Yeah, it actually looks like 24. And then, so as you see, there is a photo right here. So for that photo, let me just go to this section and ellipse tool. Let me just select ellipse tool, and let me add it just right here. Okay, so if you actually just see it right here, like on the fill parts, so there is image icon right here. Like if you press that one, and you can go to your files, like if you have an prepared image on your laptops before, but if you don't have, like let me just hit back, and then like if you don't have already prepared the photo on your computer, there's like a plugin that I was trying to tell you before. There is unsplash button right here. Okay, it is actually loading. Let me just wait for it. Okay, here we go. The plugin is starting, and let me search. This actually photo looks like a lady, so let me just hit a girl avatar or a profile, maybe girl profile, and yeah, I can use those images on. So maybe I'm gonna use. Okay, this actually looks fine to me. Or maybe this one, the Chinese one. Okay, so for that one, if you want to fill this one, this circle, so press the circle one first, and then hit the image, and it is loading. It's actually downloading it on your Figma. Yep, this is it. Let me just press X this one because I don't need that anymore. Let me just zoom it well. Let me drag it right here so that I can see both of them are like at the same time. So like if you see let me just zoom it well. Like her head is cut out, so I can go to this one, and first it is on the fill version, but let me just make it on the crop version. Like on the crop version, I can drag it just right here. Yeah. Or maybe even I can like press shift and let me just zoom it well so that we can see her face perfectly. Okay, I think this is good. And the left thing is the text. So that on the text, let me just press this one, and let me add it right here. And it actually says Emily Doger. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Okay. So the font type, it actually looks like Inter, maybe Puppies, I guess. Okay. Yeah. I guess this is it. And let me just duplicate, like copy and paste. And then let me just drag it right here. And it says developer. Yeah. So if you see, like the secondary text is the color is much lighter. So let me just go to okay. Let me just make it this color, and I can make it just like here, or even I can like use this drop. Like I can even use this color, like the original color of this one. But I guess this works for me. And if you see the font size is a bit smaller. So let me just make it to 8. Yeah, I guess it is good to me. Okay. So the rest is the text one right here. So let me just duplicate this one, and then let me just drag it right here. Okay. Okay. So let me just, it is actually like a body text color. So it actually needs a bit like much better visibility. So I can like use it just right here. And it actually says, hi there. Okay. And we don't have emoji right here. Say, well, let's skip that, and maybe next time if you want me to show you how to find, you actually can find every emojis on the Figma community. The Figma community is located like on the left top, on the which you can actually see the home icon. Like if you press that one, and at the bottom you can see a Figma community button. You can actually go there and just search for emojis. Actually you can find emojis like that. But let me just to use time. Let me just skip. Yeah, the emojis for now. Goals. Okay, there is a typo here. Okay. And ideas. Okay, if you see like it is already too much, so let me just reduce this one. And if you actually see this one, like the text size is much bigger. So let me just make it to 10. Okay, I think 10 is too much. Okay, 9 is good. I think I forget dot right here, and there is. Let me just fix this one. This is actually what we call it, like a detail, attention to details, because typo is one of like a major issue that you need to focus. Okay, let me just make it this one as a comma. Okay, I think this is good. And then on the second one, let me just duplicate this one. Let me just drag it right here, and I'm gonna design the text box message dot. Okay, let me just do it just right here, and let me duplicate this one as well. Let me take it right here, and it's okay. Let me just okay, just like this. And then previously, I actually showed you what the auto layout is. So like you can press both of your both of the your objects that you want to make them auto layout, and then on the you can actually give them horizontal padding, maybe 20, and then the vertical padding you can actually make it even 20. I guess 20 is too much. Let's just make it 10. And if you see the background color is white, so I just can fill pure white, and then this text will be more like just like this, and this color will be, let me just use this one, and then I can actually make this one, and let me just drag it just like this. I think it's more like pretty almost the same, but we actually forgot this X, this close icon. So let me just use a plugin, which is Iconify. Iconify is a plugin that you can find different icons. You can click that one, and let me just search close. Yeah, and I can find like different versions of the different icons. Let me just select this one, and let me import that. Okay, let me just close that. I don't know where. Okay, I think the X is the closest just right here. Okay, let me just drag it right here. Okay, so I guess the size and the color I need to update. So if you guys actually see right here, like this is the constraint proportional. Like if you actually press this one, like if you want to update the height only, maybe let me just make it 18, and after I pressed enter, the width will automatically update as well. Yeah, I guess 18 is fine to me. Okay, okay. I guess this color and this color have the same color. I think they are the same. So let me just click this one, and I can see the fill right here. Let me just copy this color code, and then let me just select this one, and its selection color is pure black. But let me update this one. Oh, I guess that is even too much. Let me just reduce the. Okay, yeah, just like this. And also, I think I can make it to 16. Yeah. Maybe it is too much, the corner radius. I think 16 is enough. So, yeah. it's pretty just like this. Maybe I can add some boldness of this one, just like this. And yeah, most of it, maybe this is too much, the color. Let me just reduce that one, just like this. And yeah, and after that, if you want to make it a component, I will click this one, and there is a component, creating component section. I will click that one. Let me just update the name as it is actually maybe personal detail, personal detail card. Yeah, and this is my component. And whenever, for example, if I go to the assets, I can see that there is also a designed personal detail. So I can just drag it like whenever I want. So this is going to be my master component. Like if I, for example, let me just discolor to black, and then this is going to be updates at the same time. Yeah, I guess this is the way that's okay. Who designed this one, by the way? It is perfect. It is so nice. And okay, I can see that someone is designing components right here. Or okay. Oh, I see. So I think my team members are they're so good at UX design. I guess we just have 25 seconds left. So, guys, by the way, let me just write my email. Or my okay. So this was what the UI UX saw on the past, like starting from the first time. Like we tried to see what the UX is, what the UI is, and at the same time, we actually saw some design processes as well, and Figma on the last. So, is there someone just someone who can just tell us their experiences on today's lecture? Just someone, please. Just you can raise your hand and you can just say something about your today experience. You can also mention about on the what did you actually done on your breakout rooms. Okay, Dulsan, you can continue. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you. Firstly, I want to thank you for the lesson. It's so amazing, it's nice, and it's good. But
Thank you.
for the experience I get, I see that even you can be a developer and at the same time you can be a designer, because I see the the user interface of the Figma. It's so easy and familiar for to the anybody, even though he or she not a designer, and he
Mhm.
can designing before the implementation of codes, can designing how his or her apps or website can will be look like. And
Mhm.
the kind of implementation on the code can be so simple, because the designing, if the designing have already being implemented, and the coding implementation can be easily. So I thank you for the lessons, and I hope all developers will get the easier way to design
Yeah.
their web. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dulshan, as well. Uh, so, yeah, as you said, Dulshan. So you can as you see, Figma is a bit simple tool to understand. So everyone can participate on that as well. So I guess we also have Kotso. Uh, okay, you can continue, Kotso. Thank you. Okay. Kotso Moholobila. I'm sorry if I pronounce it. Uh, sorry, I have problem. Like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. Mm, so, is there anyone who can also try to say something on today's experience? Okay. Okay. In that case, we finalized this session. So I will give the rest to Bamnet. Bamnet, you can continue now. Thank you guys for attending this session. Thank you.
All right, Brooke, thank you so much. I think it was a great session. Most of you definitely got something out of this session. Even if you know a little bit about Figma or UI UX design. Yeah, so I think this will be the last session of today. Definitely, if there are any workshop sessions that you guys have missed, please you can go to our YouTube channel and you can see the recorded version of this session and the previous session. So, okay, I see some two raised hands. So, is it a question
Hi.
for Brooke?
Balik, I
Hi.
have a question. Is there a way I can meet the one who was assisting us in the break in the small room?
Yeah, so do you maybe know the person's name if that's the
Their name
case?
is Yusuf. Yusuf.
Yosef. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Brooke, maybe if you can send Yosef's LinkedIn account in the chat box so that they
Okay.
can connect. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Brooke will share the LinkedIn account of Yosef so you can connect with them there.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Kosto? Kotso? Sorry. Okay. I think it's by mistake then. Yeah, so in that case, this will be the last session of today. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Brooke, for this amazing session. I hope you guys get something out of this session. And like I mentioned previously, if you want a recorded version of this session, definitely you can watch the YouTube live stream that we have attached in our announcements. or you can also search A2SV and go to A2SV's YouTube channel to get the recorded version. Yeah, so that would be all. Thank you everyone for joining the session. See you. Goodbye.